up, Talonites? It's your boy TalonMasterJ here. I'm here to bring you guys a brand new piece of content, ladies and gentlemen. We have a bit of a divulsion in recent time with the channel and everything, guys. But what's going on is we have joined the YCL one final time, ladies and gentlemen. Final time being before Scarlet and Violet come out. The YCL will probably be back for Scarlet and Violet with all the brand new Pokemon that are coming into Scarlet and Violet. But this is also our first instance as an owner, because the YCL has a bunch of divisions, and Sen, the founder and owner of YCL in general, he gave your boy an opportunity to be the owner of YCL Wi-Fi. So I gotta thank Sen for that. I also have to, I really just have to thank all of you guys too. Before we get into the nitty gritty, I gotta thank you guys as well. Because in the last 2 weeks, I've posted 2 videos. I posted the battle against D-Ray, and I posted the video about competitive Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been phenomenal on those 2 videos. I am so grateful for that support. And also, before I put that D-Ray video up, I was sitting at 143, I think was the number, 142, 143. We're now up to 169, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just speechless. Alright? I really am speechless on that. I'm grateful as hell for all of my new Talonites. I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. And at this point, I mean, 200 is not a far off number. Now, I'm not going to be one of those guys who says, well, I mean, I have done it in the past, leave a like, comment below, sub if you're new, all that stuff. I've been doing that recently. But I just don't do it in the post-edit because, if I'm fully honest, I've tried that and it has not worked because I'm probably stupid. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of this, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, we are doing our draft analysis. And I got notes on my team so that I could remember what I want to talk about each mom with and remember how I went in order of the picks. But going with the YCL, it's a very unique setup because normally in Draft League you'll either have tiers or you'll have points. And in the YCL, unlike most leagues that do a point-based system, they only have 68 points to get 9 to 11 mons on your team, which is very tough, but it actually puts an emphasis on the team building. Not to mention they also have the item clause. So you can't go into a battle with like 2 life orbs or 6 life orbs or an entire thing of Scarfers if you want to be that crazy and have 6 Scarf Mon. I think somebody might have done that before. But 68 points was the total. It was 67 at one point. Some people made the joke about 69. We tried going to 70, but basically it was like a Pawn Stars negotiation where Sen and Pat Mac were basically Rick and Corey, and they're basically like, best I can do is 68. And Pat was basically like, all right, 68 it is. I'll take that deal. And then they went over there and did some paperwork, and I got some paperwork. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about my team, what I'm bringing, or what I drafted, for that matter. So, if you like this kind of stuff, you, like I said, do all the miscellaneous stuff, and let's try to get to 200 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. If I get to 200, I mean, again, massively grateful. I'm grateful for all the 169 before. I'm grateful for any new ones that come after. But I've rambled on for enough time. Let's get into the draft analysis. So first off, we had the 6th overall pick in the draft, and your thing is, okay, 6th overall, okay, you can probably get your fair share of the mill with teams and whatnot, or picks. And in all fairness, I actually got a really good Pokemon. I managed to get Garchomp 6th overall, which was surprising as heck. But Garchomp is everybody knows how good Garchomp is, and everybody remembers Cynthia with her Garchomp, and let's just say the anime is going to have a little bit of fun going with the Garchomp moving forward. Especially the fact that we actually finally got confirmation about Cynthia's Garchomp, about how strong it is, because it really is strong. But my Garchomp, I mean, or the Garchomp that I'm using, I mean, it can do anything. It can be fast, it can be bulky, It can get Scale Shot. It can do everything except Sand Veil. That is a thing. Most draft leagues, they don't let the evasion moves or abilities get used. So I can't use Sand Veil. It has to be Rough Skin every week. Unless, well, but also I gotta put out there, I can use Sandstorm, but I cannot use Sand Veil. That's something to keep in mind. But Garchomp also gets good coverage moves. I mean, it gets Poison Jab, it gets Fire Fang, it gets Fire Blast, it gets Flamethrower, it gets Iron Head, Poison Jab, and I think I think it gets Surf and Aqua Tail too, if I'm not mistaken. Point is, it is a very strong mon, and to get it for 6th overall, pretty damn good if I do say so myself. Next up is Jirachi. We managed to get a Steel and Psychic type. I thought about Metagross in this spot, but I really like Jirachi. Base 100s across the board. It gets a bunch of coverage moves. Serene Grace is broken on this mon, much like it's broken on Togekiss, because Jirachi, I mean, it's got Iron Head, it's got Zen Headbutt, so those 30% flinch moves turn into 60% flinch moves. If only this thing got Thunder Wave. Because if it got Thunder Wave, I'm pretty sure Jirachi would be an uber Pokemon. If it had the Flinch Kiss strategy. But again, and Jirachi is also bulky too. I mean, it gets Cosmic Power, it gets Wish Support. It's able to hit like a tank if you do well. Weakness Policy, Stored Power. All that stuff is really, really good with it. And I'm excited to use Jirachi again after the run I had in IBA with it. Next up, I gotta say this straight up because he is a good man. I've battled him a couple of times. Matt, I'm sorry. I jacked your mascot. I stole your mascot, bud. But if we're being fully honest here in this draft analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I think like 6 or 7 teams stole another team's mascot. Because I got Milotic, Adam got Talonflame, and I know those two off the top of my head. I had to look it up as to what teams stole what. And I think maybe Galarian Darmanitan was taken too, which is Baldy's team. But Milotic, I needed a bulky water. And Milotic as a bulky water is incredible. I mean, Marvel Scale is really good on this mon. It gets Recover, it gets Coil, it gets Scald, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail, Haze. It could be a really, really effective stat remover. It would Dragon Tail and Haze. If I want to be a physical attacker, I can go with Coil and have Recover as my move, just keep Marvel Scale away. And I don't think people have ever really used it in singles, but competitive might actually work. If I can get a stat drop on Milotic and get competitive boosts, how many things want to take a +2 Scald or Ice Beam? So, I know it's unlikely that that'll happen, but I'm actually looking forward to using Milotic, and I'm sorry to Matt again that I stole your mascot. Next up, I got this mon because I figured, okay, I've got a good ground type, I've got a steel type that's bulky, I got a bulky water type, but I need a defogger and another rock setter on top of Garchomp and Jirachi. So I ended up going with Landorus in its incarnate form. Landorus Therian form was like, I think 1st or 2nd over, or maybe even 3rd overall, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason why I got Landorus incarnate in the 4th round and not like 1st or 2nd is very simple. Sheer Force is not an eligible ability on Landorus in the YCI, at least in this format. So I have to do Sand Force. I can still use the Life Orb, but I can't do the Sheer Force Life Orb combo. And technically, I mean, the Life Orb, I mean, people will notice it that, you know, if I'm using the Life Orb, it'll do the damage chip, so I can't get away with like a hidden Sheer Force Life Orb combo. Not that I'm saying I would, but at least people know that if I do run the Life Orb on Landorus, it's going to take the chip. I mean, it's fast, it's got good coverage moves, it's got U-turn so I can pivot out, it's got Defog, it's got Rocks, Knockoff for item removal. I mean, it's got Earthquake, it's got Sludge Wave. It's a really good Mon, Landorus Incarnate. And even without the Sheer Force boost, it can still pack a wall. And I'm looking forward to using Landorus in YCL. And also, if you're looking at it, I've got a massive weakness to Ice-type moves. I'm alright with it, because my next pick kind of goes away from that. I managed to get Incineroar. I got a bulky fire type that can really hit like a tank with Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, Earthquake, Parting Shot, Fake Out, U-Turn, you name it. Incineroar probably can do it while putting you in a full Nelson. But Incineroar is a really underrated Draft League Mon in singles, and I'm really happy that I managed to get Incineroar in the 5th round. And I'm honestly happy right now because I got a good physical attacker, I got the water type, and I know he didn't like it when I did it. I'm sorry, Adam, but oh wait, my bad, that's the next pick. Silvally is next. That one I definitely wanted because the YCL has a rule with Silvally. If you battle with Silvally, or you pick it, you get access to all 18 of its forms. So, your opponent basically has to predict what Silvally form is coming. Now, most of the time, Silvally can kind of be a little bit predictable in a sense, because, like, let's say, oh, you got a bunch of Dragon types. I can run Fairy Silvally. Oh, you got a Steel type. I can run a Fighting type Silvally. Or I can run Fire type Silvally. If you have a couple of Water types, I can run Grass type Silvally. If you got a couple of Flying types, I can run Electric or Rock or Ice. I could do one of those. If you run a Fairy, I could run a Steel or Poison Silvally. You have to basically pick and choose what Silvally is going to be coming for your battle. And it also gets Parting Shot, it gets U-Turn, it gets Thunder Wave, it gets Explosion. I can do normal gem Explosion, if anything, but that's probably not as likely. But yeah, I mean, Silvally's good. I like it. I've used it before. In fact, I've used it a lot. And I'm looking forward to using it again. But next up is what I was talking about, that I kind of swiped Glastrier from Adam A. Prater because I needed an Ice type and there really weren't that many good Ice types left. But Glastrier Chilling Neigh is really strong if you get those boosts. It's physically bulky, it's got special defense, it hits like a truck and absorbs hits, it gets access to Heavy Slam, Icicle Crash, Icicle Spear to break any substitutes or disguise for that matter. And it's just a really, really good Mon. The only negative, and everybody knows it about with Glastrier, it is slower than Soup. And, actually no, I won't even go Soup. I'll say it's slower than Molasses. And Molasses is slow as hell. But sometimes you gotta take what you can get. And I'm actually looking forward to using Glastrier again. Now, my last 3 Mons, because, you know, I'm getting low on points here, ladies and gentlemen. These 3 are probably going to be a couple of crazy picks, but, I'm alright with it. The first one, as some of you probably did not know, there is a Twitch partner and a YouTuber, a VTuber, if you will. Her name is Little Miss Houndoom. She's a really good person, really sweet, very, sociable to say the least. And I actually was part of, and I'm still part of her Discord server. I signed up to be a gym leader in her gym challenge when it was still around, and it's probably going to come back in Scarlet and Violet. I honestly do not know. But that might be the plan. And if it does come back, I'll be a gym leader there. I've already called dibs on Steel types over there. But given that they had a Steel type at the time of me signing up to be a gym leader, they gave me the Rock type. I had to go through an application, I had to go through a couple of battles, one against her mod, one against her. I beat them both, became a Rock type gym leader. And the coup de grace of my team, which was actually really shocking, because if they couldn't get past this mod, they couldn't beat me, was Cradilly. I was able to win battles with Cradilly, of all things. And again, now Cradilly is very underrated in this format. And in all fairness, when it comes to Cradilly, it's a rock grass type, so it doesn't have the weakness to fire. It takes away the weakness to ground, and it's only weak to steel, ice, fighting, and steel, ice, fighting. I think I got all three, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look it up because I'm drawing a blank right now. But Cradilly, with Storm Drain in that league, in that gym challenge, if I was able to predict it properly, I got the Storm Drain, and then I got the Rock Polish boost, and then, I just went to down on people. Nobody could, because this Cradilly, here is the real shocker, ladies and gentlemen, and I know I wrote this down because you guys will not believe what I'm about to tell you on my notes. If a Cradilly is a max speed Jolly, after Rock Polish, it outspeeds all Mons up to max speed that have, that are not, let me rephrase that. Cradilly gets Rock Polish. If it gets to +2 on speed, and it's a max Jolly Cradilly, at +2, Cradilly will outspeed all Mons without a Scarf up to base 136 speed without a Choice Scarf. If they do have a Choice Scarf, its speed ties at base 75 max Jolly. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, I got some fun strats to run with this Mon. And now, because she's scared, I'm going to give you guys the doggy camera. Alright, Tequila. Alright, Tequila. I know, baby girl. If you guys want, because I'm recording this after National Dog Day, you can leave a like and subscribe for Tequila, because she is a card. Okay, Tequila. Okay, baby girl. Alright. Alright, we got 2 more picks, Tequila. We got 2 more picks, and then we're done. Alright? Now, you're looking at my team, and you're not seeing a fighting type right now, because I didn't really want to overspend on a fighting type. But, I figured let me do it with this Mon. I'm going to take a risk on Hitmonlee. I mean, Hitmonlee, it gets rocks, I think it gets Rapid Spin. It might. I could be wrong on that. It does get Unburdened, so Unburdened with its base speed after the Unburdened boost, it's really good. It's really fast. Hits like a tank. And it can do a lot of damage on most Mons that are weak to it. And yes, she is very, very scared, because there is thunder in the area. But finally, our last pick, I needed a way to cancel out any Rapid Spinners on my side. So we ended up getting Haunter with our final 3 points. It's a fast ghost type. It hits well specially. It's a Rapid Spin blocker, and it does hit fairy types. Because Sludge Bomb is broken, Sludge Wave is really good. And it does get access to Destiny Bond too, if I really wanted to be crazy with that. A Destiny Bond set would be pretty fun. But that is the team, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Tequila. She will be one of our 3 mascots this year, alongside Marco and Juno. She's waving goodbye to all the people on the camera, because she's a Tequila. And I will see you guys for week 1 next week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. And let's just keep on grinding to 200, guys. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time.